Hello folks, this is Keval Domadia. This is yet another tutorial on object-oriented programming using PHP using static keyword actually. Now NetBeans is my favorite IDE. I do get to see like a lot of blogs on NetBeans versus Eclipse, but again it's a personal preference. I use NetBeans and I like it. Okay, let's quickly begin with the project. I'll just name it as some project. Okay, now just so that I can get this project to run on my local host directly, I'll copy these files in my htdocs folder. No, I don't want any frameworks. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? It's HTML5. Now I'll create a new file and I'll just name it as static file, or I'll just put it like stat. That's right actually. Remove these doc blocks. Now it's again considered a good practice to always have your doc blocks handy. You can use like @ and you can go ahead with you can just use all of these definitions actually. And for example, if I'll show you examples as we proceed, but for now I'll just put like author is, I got a message. Okay, now I'll quickly include this file called stat.php. Now it's considered a good practice to always have your project name prefixed to your PHP file as per the MVC protocol of naming conventions. So I'll use some p underscore stat. Okay, and I believe you guys are familiar with the normal object-oriented programming. If not, then I'll just go through it real quick. I won't waste much of time over it. For example, if you have like some variable and it shows like hello geeks, alright, and suppose if you have like public function, you know what, I'll just give an access specifier to this public function, some function, and I'll go ahead. Now if I want to now it's considered a good practice, like really good practice, to not echo out anything from your models and controllers. So this is like model or a controller file, because we'll be doing like all these algorithmic things on these pages, and this page will use it for display. So yeah, you can echo out things from here but nothing from here, so we'll use return keyword. Now if I want to access some variable of this class itself, what I do is I use this keyword and I say some more. Again, I'll just name it like xyz equals to, and here I do xyz. Okay, now if I want to access this particular function, I'll just tidy it up a bit. Yeah, if I want to access this function from anywhere, what I do is I create an instance of the class that is an object of the class using new keyword, and the class name that would be some project underscore stat, because some project is some p is my project name and stat is the file name or the function name. Yeah, right. And using this I get to access all the functions in this class. Okay, now I was talking about doc blocks. Now what you can do is you can create a doc block right here and you say return type, and so you know it will return hello geeks. Now this is just an example. Don't really use such kind of docs. I mean, don't use like such kind of I mean, in short, use something meaningful, right? Now, if I come back, if I just select it, it shows me what will it return. It shows me that it will return hello geek. So I'll select this, go on, right, and I'll just echo it out. Now remember, I do not echo anything from these. Okay, we always use functions and return them, and we echo out the functions itself. Right, so I'll come back to my desktop. I'll go to my Mozilla Firefox, and I'll just do like localhost. What's the name again? Some project. I do see hello geeks. Okay, like this is the basic object-oriented programming that usually we use, and then there are like private and protected. But yeah, I'm not going much into it. I'll come back to static keyword. Okay, now the main difference between static and non-static is you have to create an object that refers to the class, and it is basically used for accessing particular functions. Now in static keyword, using static keyword, you need not create an object. Wow, that was pretty slow motion actually. Okay, so if I go ahead and I create, if I just declare it like as you know, just another, yet another, I'll get rid of this function entirely. I'll just put like public static void. Oh, oops, sorry, it's PHP. I'm really sorry for that. It's public static, and I'll put so like some function. Now it's a static function now. Remember, it's a static function now. So what's wrong here? Okay, let's get rid of this. Something is wrong. Oh yeah. Public static function, some function. Now this is a static keyword. I got another message. Alright, so now this is a static function. Okay, so if I want to access anything from this class, I cannot use this keyword. Now let us just have a look at what happens if we use this keyword. Alright, if I just do like return this, I come back here and I just create an instance of now to access anything that uses static keyword, we do not use this keyword, we use this. It's called scope resolution operator, SRO. Or some people just prefer calling it like SO. It depends on how geeky you are. Okay, and I just call it like some function. I come here and I'm sure it will show me a fatal error. That's it. You do see there's a fatal error on stat.php line 15. Line 15 is this. You cannot use this keyword to access this. Now if I want to access it, what I do is I specify this variable. Remember, you cannot access non-static variables using static functions. Okay, so if I want to access this, what I do is I call this class, that is some stat, and using scope resolution operator, okay, I call this and I return this. I come back here, I refresh the page, and I do see hello geeks. Now suppose I don't want to use this name because it's really bad. It's considered a bad practice to use class name everywhere. So what I'll do is I'll use self, which refers to this class. You mean this class? Okay. Suppose if I have anything like extends some class. Okay. Then I have to use return parent somewhere. Okay, so far I'll just use like self, like here, refresh the page, hello geeks. So I believe you guys must have understood the basic concept of static keyword. Go ahead and play around with the different different combinations, because it's really not possible for me to cover this up within like the span of 15 minutes. Go ahead, play around. If you have any doubts, post the comments right below and I'll get back to you.